Summary of the Morning Show Murders written by Dick Lochte, L. Roker. Chapter 1. Chef Billy Blessing strode through the chaotic kitchen, where the air was thick with tension and the scent of ingredients mingled with the unmistakable odor of sweat. The large, clumsy figure of Eldon, wielding a cleaver with the finesse of a preschooler with a crayon, lumbered towards Billy. The cleaver waved in the air, and Eldon's tear-streaked face betrayed a mixture of fear and remorse. "Take it easy, buddy," Billy said, his tone a mix of reassurance and frustration. "No harm done. I didn't mean to do it." "I swear to God I didn't," Eldon stammered, his voice quivering. "I hope not," Billy replied, eyeing the mangled, bloody mess Eldon had created. "Why don't you give me that cleaver before you make this any worse?" "I'm a screw-up," Eldon mumbled, handing over the cleaver. He sniffed loudly, using the sleeve of his white coat to wipe his eyes and face. "We all have bad days, Eldon," Billy said, trying to maintain his composure. "Just hand me the cleaver." After a moment's hesitation, Eldon relinquished the knife. As he wiped away tears and sweat, Billy couldn't help but notice the name tag on Eldon's coat, Eldon something with too many consonants. "I'm sorry, Chief," Eldon muttered. "Chef," Billy corrected him. "Oh, right. Chef. Actually, it's Chef Billy Blessing," Billy said, emphasizing his name. For those familiar with the culinary scene, the name carried weight. He ran a popular restaurant, Blessing's Bistro, and was the face of his own cooking show, Blessings in the Kitchen, airing on the Wine and Dine cable network. Despite his success in the culinary world, Billy found himself in the midst of a disastrous trial run for a new Wine and Dine series. The kitchen was filled with 9 other individuals, all dressed in chef coats, ranging from a greasy spoon fry cook to a supermodel trainee. The diverse group, segregated by gender, displayed a range of culinary incompetence that left Billy questioning the sanity of the entire endeavor. "Is there anybody here who can split a duck?" Billy asked, surveying the mismatched group. The fry cook, stepping forward confidently, declared, "No problema, boss." Billy handed him the cleaver, cautioning, "Make it a good, clean whack." As the fry cook proceeded to demonstrate proper duck preparation, Billy's attention shifted to the eclectic group of would-be chefs. Acne-faced males, a mustache-twirling nervous wreck, a mohawk-sporting rebel, they seemed more suited for a reality show than a serious cooking competition. Lily Conover, the show's director and co-producer, joined Billy at the rear of the studio. Lily, a small, wiry woman with cat's-eye glasses and a penchant for plaid shirts, was Billy's partner in navigating the challenges of the culinary entertainment world. "The idea isn't totally awful," Lily said, trying to salvage the situation. "But we needed more time. This bunch is the best we could find on such short notice." "These kids would have trouble microwaving soup," Billy remarked, his frustration evident. "They'd probably leave it in the can," Lily added, sharing in his exasperation. As they turned their attention to the celebrity judges, a trio that included an aging former sex kitten, an insult comedian, and a hefty food writer, the flaws in the concept became glaringly apparent. "Let's dump the concept and send this crew back to KFC and point south," Billy suggested. "Rudy won't like that," Lily warned. "Rudy," Billy sighed. "Why did we even consider his lame idea?" Lily, with a wry smile, reminded Billy of the reasons. "Rudy Gallagher, a vice president at DeVos Industries and the executive producer of the morning news show Wake Up, America." Rudy's influence, coupled with his fiancée Gretchen DeVos's connection to the network, made it challenging to dismiss his questionable ideas. "But people love watching idiots on TV, Billy," Lily said, capturing the essence of Rudy's vision. Billy and Lily confronted Rudy, who, despite recently returning from a harrowing stint in Afghanistan, remained fixated on turning the kitchen show into a spectacle reminiscent of American Idol. "American Idol in the kitchen," Billy muttered, bemused by the absurdity of the suggestion. The conversation shifted towards holding auditions for the show, with Rudy insisting on finding contestants who were entertainingly clueless in the kitchen. The discussion reached an unexpected turn when Rudy suggested introducing Melody Moon, an 18-year-old contestant, into the mix. Billy balked at the idea of incorporating an inexperienced contestant into his professional kitchen, considering the legal and ethical implications. Rudy, recognizing the impracticality of the suggestion, backed off, but not before planting the seed of Melody as a potential contestant. As Rudy departed, leaving Billy and Lily to navigate the aftermath of his grand ideas, Billy couldn't help but roll his eyes. The kitchen chaos and reality TV drama were proving to be a recipe for disaster, and Billy wondered how he would salvage his reputation as a chef while keeping up with Rudy's whimsical vision. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 unfolds with a distinctive blend of intrigue, tension, and a hint of nostalgia. Lily, introduced at the beginning, departs for an experimental video show in Soho, setting the stage for Billy's encounter with Gretchen DeVos. Billy, the narrator, decides to leave the experimental video show after a brief half-hour, expressing his fatigue with experimental videos in his own studio. The decision to leave early, paired with his distinct tone, suggests a level of disinterest or perhaps a desire to escape the monotony of his own creations. As he waits by the glass doors for his driver, the ambience changes when he hears his name being called. Gretchen DeVos, described as brisk and all business, steps out of the elevator. Dressed sharply in a black suit with gray stripes and a taupe silk blouse, she carries a gray cashmere coat and a black leather briefcase. The description paints a vivid image of a woman who exudes confidence and professionalism. Their conversation unfolds with a mix of pleasantries and tension. Billy greets her with a compliment, noting that she looks even more beautiful than usual. This small exchange already hints at a complex history between the two characters. Gretchen responds in a matter-of-fact way, acknowledging the compliment but quickly shifting to the purpose of her presence. The discussion takes an unexpected turn when Gretchen reveals that she is heading to Billy's restaurant for dinner, a place frequented by her and her fiancé, Rudy. However, the plans for the evening have changed as Rudy won't be joining her due to a last-minute conflict. This revelation adds a layer of mystery and prompts Billy to speculate on the nature of the conflict, suggesting that it might involve Lily, who had just left for the video show. The narrative then segues into the topic of Food School 101, a project involving both Billy and Rudy. Gretchen expresses concern about the cancellation, or postponement, of the pilot and questions Billy about his treatment of Rudy during their collaboration. This provides insight into their professional relationship, hinting at underlying tensions and a clash of personalities. Billy responds with his characteristic sarcasm, stating that he elevated it a notch during their recent discussions. The banter between them adds a touch of humor to the conversation, but beneath the surface, it reveals a strained professional relationship. Gretchen, seemingly unamused, advises Billy to show Rudy the respect he deserves, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a positive working relationship. The conversation then takes a more personal turn as Gretchen addresses the history between her and Billy. She expresses hope that their former relationship isn't causing any animosity. Billy reassures her, swearing that his feelings towards Rudy would be the same even if they had never met. This admission adds depth to their past connection and hints at unresolved emotions. Despite the reassurance, Gretchen studies Billy closely, looking for signs of sarcasm or rudeness. This moment underscores the complexities of their relationship and the lingering tensions. Billy, however, maintains his composure, not letting Gretchen see his true feelings about her fiancé. The scene shifts to a familiar moment of intimacy as Gretchen asks Billy to help her with her coat. This gesture, while seemingly ordinary, evokes a sense of shared history and a connection that goes beyond their current professional interactions. They stand close for a few seconds, creating a momentary pause in the narrative. However, the intimacy is short-lived as Gretchen pulls away, reminding both characters of the boundaries in their current relationship. Despite the complexities, Gretchen suggests sharing a cab to the bistro, an offer that Billy politely declines, mentioning that his driver will arrive soon. Gretchen, already running late, opts for a cab, highlighting the urgency of her schedule. As Gretchen leaves the building, Billy watches her with a contemplative gaze. The narrative provides a detailed description of her appearance, emphasizing her long, dark hair swaying against the gray cashmere coat. This attention to detail and the focus on Billy's observation suggest a lingering emotional connection or, at the very least, a sense of nostalgia. The chapter concludes with Billy watching Gretchen hail a passing cab and disappear down 9th Avenue. The visual imagery, coupled with Billy's contemplation, leaves the reader with a sense of reflection. Despite the professional and personal complexities, there is a lingering emotion that adds depth to the narrative. In summary, Chapter 2 masterfully weaves together elements of professional tension, personal history, and a touch of nostalgia. The characters are portrayed with depth, and their interactions reveal layers of complexity. The chapter concludes with a poignant moment, as Billy watches Gretchen disappear into the night, leaving the reader with a sense of anticipation for what may unfold in the subsequent chapters.